How's it going, everybody? Matt and Ken here, bringing to you a different type of beer review this time.
Entirely different.
This was all Matt's idea, which I was completely on board for because, I mean, drinking is fun. It's good as long as you are of age, which...
Check.
You know, that if I remember to put an intro in there, that we should be covered.
I think so. Yeah.
So today's video is a little different. We offer 3 different types of Scotch ale at the store from 3 different brands. So the idea was for me to do a blind taste test, since Matt here has already tried all 3. So the idea is to do a blind taste test with Matt doing the pouring, talking about them beforehand, and me doing the drinking, which Matt also is going to be doing some drinking here too.
I'll help.
Yeah, he'll help. Yeah. But so it's me going to be trying them and, you know, rating them like a 1 to 10, and then trying to guess which cup belongs to which brand. So hopefully this goes really well.
Yeah, we're hoping so. And I've tried them all, and he's tried none of them. You've only ever had one Scotch ale in your life, right?
One Scotch ale.
There we go.
And it's not even from any of these brands.
No, it's a separate brand, although we do have that one as well. So that
Normally.
would be technically a 4th. Normally. But we're out.
Yeah.
So there you go.
With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start off here with Matt doing the pouring and talking about it. Then we're going to go with me doing the drinking and doing the thinking.
Tough job. Somebody's got to do it. That's somebody's Ken.
It's me this time. All right. See you soon. Woo!
So here we go. We're going to open this guy up first. This one is the Bellevue Brewing Scotch Ale. This one is definitely more of what I would say a sweeter, caramely style of Scotch Ale. It's definitely robust on the flavor, but it's all sweet all the way through. Really good depth, but again, not as punchy or not as deep or not as chocolatey or as, you might say, bittersweet with the coffee notes, as a lot of the other Bellevue, a lot of the other Scotch ales can be. So I do like this one a lot. Now we're moving on to number 2 here, the Boundary Bay Scotch Ale, another local favorite here. So it's Bellevue, from Bellevue, Washington. Boundary Bay from, this one's going to be actually Bellingham, Washington. And this one is kind of a local legend here, so we'll go ahead and pour this one out here. But a little bit thicker and a little bit deeper and darker in the color. Now I've had all 3 of these, and I'm not going to tell you which one just yet is my favorite, but I like them all a lot. They're all really good quality Scotch ales, and I'm definitely more of an ale connoisseur, so I do love a good ale, and a Scotch ale, a really good Scotch ale, is among my favorite. So here we have the Black Raven Second Sight Scotch Ale, also a fan favorite. Very, very nice headiness to it. This one actually is the darkest, the deepest color, and has the thickest head on it there. So, to give you a bit of an angle there, you've got the Second Sight Scotch Ale, you've got the Boundary Bay Scotch Ale, and you've got the Bellevue Brewing Scotch Ale. Nice golden color, nice headiness to it. Definitely the lightest of the bunch here. So, pound for pound, which one do I think is the best? They are all really, really good. It's a tough choice, but I would say probably my favorite is going to be the Second Sight Scotch Ale. I think it has the best combination of maltiness, carameliness, depth, but also just that good classic kind of Scotch flavor to it. That being said, the Boundary Bay, man, that is at a close second. That one is so up near the top for me. And as far as the Bellevue, it's just a damn good Scotch ale. I would say it's definitely a little sweeter, a little less complex, a little more on the carameliness and a little less on the, you could say, maltiness of it and the other chocolatey notes, whereas some have more of a chocolatey coffee kind of effect. God damn. They are all so good though. It's really tough to pick a favorite, but I'm going to say my favorite is going to be the Second Sight Scotch, followed closely by the Boundary Bay, and then just a tad behind that is going to be the Bellevue. So, that being said, time to give these guys a letter. And hopefully it'll be really tough for Ken to tell the difference because, or pick a favorite I should say, because they're all really, really good. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's going to be a really tough one for him to judge. So I can't wait to see what he thinks. I love them all, but you know, this one is my top, number 2, number 3. Let's see what we got. All right, guys. Now comes to the fun part.
All right, so here we are, folks. I'm going to be trying 3 different Scotch ales, one from Boundary Bay, one from Bellevue Brewing, and one from Black Raven. Now, I've not had any of these, although Matt has, and he's the one who did the pouring, did the labeling. I don't know which ones are which, so I don't even know which ones are A, B, or C, so I'm just going to grab one at random.
Do it.
I'm going to go for the one on the middle, because I'm going to guess that's probably B.
Oh, he called it. Yep.
Oh, it's a B with a star. Now, you watched while he did the pouring and talking about it, but I get to talk about it now.
That's right. Now it's all yours.
So,
Story.
out of the 3, when I came back in, B, actually the head went down the fastest, I would say. So, just something to notice here. It's got a nice, really rich, dark color. I'm not going to snort it this time.
Yes, no snorting with a beer this time.
Smells really good. Has a very nice, just maltiness to it. As far as the smell goes.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and...
Roll sip or dip.
Oh. Okay. So, this one right off the bat, very, that's why I put it as effervescent. It really just cleared everything in my mouth. Like I had a little bit of dry mouth, cotton mouth thing going on. Took a sip, I could feel the bubbles. It's not as smooth as I would thought it would be, considering it's a Scotch ale. It does have that bit of a stout or porter taste to it. Porter?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah,
But
a little bit more maltiness, a little bit more chocolatiness or thickness to the beer. But yet it's still kind of awakening of the senses.
I'd say that, yeah.
Cleanses the palate.
It is, yeah, it's definitely a palate cleanser for sure. As far as like a good dark beer goes, it has that dark flavor to it, that darkness that you expect. But it's not as full as you would have with a stout or with a...
It's not quite as heavy, you might say.
No, it's not quite as heavy. Actually, it reminds me... Set it down here. It reminds me more closer to an IPA.
Interesting.
It has a little bit of a bite. So it has like almost a hoppy-ish bite to it. So I'm going to set that one aside here because I still got 2 more to go from. Now this one I can tell the head's a little thicker. It stayed on more, so I'm going to guess that this actually is going to be a little thicker overall. As far as
Consistency.
viscosity.
Viscosity.
Yes, viscosity.
What does it say?
Yes. Go ahead and let's have a drink, Brian.
I don't know. I guess good.
Oh, that one is completely different.
Completely different. Oh yeah. 3 are the same, but 3 completely different in the Scotch ale categories.
Yeah. This one is more smooth.
Okay, so less of that hoppiness, less of that punchiness to it, less of that kind of brightness right off the bat.
It still has a brightness, but it's not as acidic.
Okay.
It doesn't have that much of a bite, but it's still bright. I almost want to say there's like a little bit of an afternote of fruitiness.
Interesting.
Some kind of like light afternote that just picks it up. I'm not tasting anything like chocolate or anything like that, but it's darn good, whatever it is.
Darn good. A little sweeter overall, would you say?
Yeah, I would say it's a little sweeter. That might be why I like it a little bit better. Here's the last one, letter A.
Process of elimination.
Yes.
No
This
stone
one,
road.
it does look rather creamy.
It does.
Rather
Yes.
creamy.
Yes. It's got quite a creamy head to it, one might say.
It smells a little creamy too. Almost has a, you know what? Do me a favor, come over here for a sec.
Yes.
Does this have a bit of a cider smell to it? Almost like a wine or a cider smell. Just a hint.
The slightest hint.
Yeah.
The slightest little hint, for sure.
Didn't get that on the other two.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah. So it's something that they have.
Oh yeah, the bird's out there.
This one definitely is lighter and brighter. Definitely more fruity.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Definitely has more of like a interesting. I can't place the fruit. That's why I was saying like the closest I could think of was either wine or apples.
Okay.
Like a hard cider. This one is interesting.
This one's a bit more mysterious. Yeah,
It
the other
is.
one seemed
I'm
like it
trying to
was-
place it. I don't know where it's from, man.
Where's it from then? What does it say to you?
if I were to pair this with a food, I would pair this with a fish or a chicken,
Okay.
just because of the lightness and brightness of it.
Yeah.
I think it would go well with that. It's out of the three, it is the sweetest.
Okay. So even sweeter, even lighter, a little bit creamier than the other one, the other two.
Yeah, it's got about the same amount of brightness, but just that little extra sweetness, whatever it is, that's giving it almost that cider-esque aftertaste. Definitely with that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to B for a second.
One more to be. Time for the B, bro.
Completely different. This one's darker.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So now it's noticeably darker. Now you do have that
Yeah.
reference to directly compare it to.
It is much darker, much maltier.
Okay.
Almost, I don't know if it's coffee or chai.
Okay. Yeah. Something
But it
somewhere
has-
between a chocolate and
yeah.
espresso kind of note.
Yeah, it definitely has that. That one I would actually say would go better with like a good red meat, like a steak, potatoes,
Oh yeah. Okay.
or stew.
Or stew. Okay. So a little bit harder of a meal.
Yeah,
something
a
that's-
little harder because it's a little heavier.
Yeah. Okay.
It matches well that way. This one, it's really interesting now that I've tasted it.
Oh yeah.
It's very interesting now that I've tasted all three.
For sure. You've run the gamut and come back through now. And now you can compare each one to each other.
This one almost has, it definitely has that fruit. I almost want to lean towards like prunes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Prunes
yeah.
or plums.
So it still seems like the even fruitier note is
Yeah.
standing out between that one and the other Scotch ales. Like whatever fruit note that they're using or sweetness or caramel fruit. That,
Yeah, it's more of a darker fruit. Like
yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Plum. There might not be any fruit in here. I don't know. I'm just like, that's the best I can describe it. This one here, oof, it's tough.
Is one of them calling to you? Do you have a clear favorite, a clear standout? One that just obviously takes the cake? Or is it a tough call?
It's a very tough call. Overall, I would have to go with B. The reason being is my own personal, I like a darker beer. I like one that's a little smoother, a little more robust. This one has the most robust out of all three. It's not as fruity, has that nice malt of that little kind of tone of
Yeah.
coffee or chocolate or something that's a little bitter but still smooth. The other two are more fruity, and I'd only be able to drink so much of those before I start feeling like sick. Like not like a barf sick, just like I'm done with it.
Sure.
I'm putting it down. I can't drink anymore. But it's definitely more of a lighter. Yeah. B. Okay, so B for me. B for me. Second place. They're very, very close. Very close.
Sure.
I have to go with A.
Going with A. Okay.
I'm gonna go
A
with A.
takes second place.
Because
That's
it's
call though.
Yeah, it's sweet, but I could see it go well with the chicken and the fish.
Sure.
This one's just a little too sweet.
Gotcha. Okay, so it hits on that extra sweet note. That almost makes it like desserty.
Yeah, it's good for desserts. I'd say that. Like maybe go with a pie or just throw a ball of ice cream into it and turn it into a float.
There you go. Oh. Don't give them any ideas now, Ken.
So I would go B, A, and C.
B, A, and C in that order.
Yeah,
Okay.
back.
He's going back.
I'm going
Do
back.
you have a number rating? Would you give from like a 1 to 10 there?
I-
Across the board?
I rarely would ever give anything a 10.
Okay,
I mean
sure.
that's just a hard thing to get there.
That's the peak. That's the pinnacle. That's everything else is 9.9 at best.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
So for B, I would actually give it a good solid 8. It's not as dark as I would like it to be because I've had a darker one.
Sure.
So that one actually, the very first one I tried, I liked the most.
Go figure. Yeah.
So, but I'll give it a good solid 8. This one here, little A,
Little A action.
yeah, I'll give it a good 7, 7.5. This one, I'm going to give a 5.
Gotcha. Really didn't enjoy
It's
it by
middle of the road.
comparison.
Like it's okay, but it's not wowing me. It's not the best, and I guess that means it's the worst that I've had. Considering.
Now that you've had 4 altogether. Yeah. Edit that one out.
Yeah, it's good though. Just
Still good, but
Not-
comparatively not as impressive.
yeah, compared to the other two, not as impressive.
Had you never had a Scotch Ale and that was the only one you'd ever had, would you be impressed?
See, that's an unfair thing to say because if I had now, I can't really say yes or no.
You can't delete those memories temporarily? Okay, yeah.
But if I was going to introduce somebody to a Scotch ale,
Sure.
I wouldn't go with that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if they like super sweet stuff, then maybe I would. But to me, that doesn't taste like a Scotch ale.
Gotcha.
The Scotch ale to me is more malty. This one is not. It might be the more sweeter malty
Sure.
if that's what I'm picking up there. But I like a more fuller.
Sure, full body.
Yeah, full body malt.
A richer.
Yeah,
Without
that's
being
one.
sweeter.
I'm gonna go with B, A, and C.
BAC in that order.
Yep.
All
8,
right.
7, 5.
All right. Yeah, you guys heard it first from the first ever 3 Scotch comparison.
So I'm gonna take a random guess here
Okay.
because I have no idea.
He has no idea which one's which, guys. Randomly guess it. Give it a shot here. Use your telepathy.
I'm gonna go C as in Bellevue. I'm gonna go A as in Black Raven.
So then, by process of elimination, B would be Boundary Bay.
I'd say Boundary Bay for me.
Is that your official guess?
Yes.
There you have it, folks. This guy's a future beer connoisseur. He just called it, nailed it, exactly which
Seriously?
brand was which.
What?
Hands down, right here.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Boom! This guy's becoming a connoisseur.
dude. You know what I really need right now? A good beer sausage.
Oh yes, beer sausage. There
yes,
we go.
but pizza
Yeah.
works too. A good beer sausage.
Some kind of schnitzel here.
I seriously called it though.
Yeah, you seriously called it, man. That's Black Raven right here. Number A, Black Raven Second Sight Scotch Ale. We have B, the Boundary Bay, the famous, the local legend here as well. And C, of course, being the Bellevue Brewing.
A hot diggity damn.
I diggity damn, sure I say this boy, he's getting good. You know what I'm saying? This boy, he good. He good. Mm-hmm.
I seen it.
I seen it myself.
All right. Well, do we want to end it here, or do we want to I think we've done pretty good.
I think that pretty much wraps it up, guys. I mean,
Well, get
leave
over
a
here and
comment,
do the
tell me
shot.
what you think here. I'll jump into the shot.
Get over here.
So as I was telling you guys, I love them all. I love all 3 of these Scotch ales. I'm a big fan of Scotch ale in general, and I was really excited that we were able to get all 3 of these in here and have you try them. And I mean, damn, I was impressed that you just nailed it like that.
I called it, dude.
Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm a lightweight.
He's a lightweight. He's feeling good right now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are pretty strong, and I got to say, what's unique about that comparison is that the most expensive of those is the Second Sight, the Scotch Ale. It's actually a couple dollars more. Retails for a couple dollars more than its closest alternative here, the Scotch Ale from Bellevue Brewing. And interestingly enough, the least expensive, the most bargain beer, which we have on special, I think it's $4.50 for the 22s, is the Boundary Bay. So go figure. Boundary Bay is kind of leading the charge here as far as the value for the price point and the flavor and the quality of it. They're just kind of knocking it out of the park.
I say so.
It would seem that Black Raven shall continue to. Yes.
Cheers
to that.
There we go.
Hell yes. Ooh, yeah.
They're all good.
All good.
all
Yes. Enjoy any and all of the above.
Yes.
And that's how you do a damn beer review.
Well, thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Hang out with good people, drink good beer.